What's good, guys? Prince Sports. Yeah, the same thing Kawhi Leonard did to the Lakers last year, he's arguably doing, well, not last year, a couple years ago, when he was a free agency and he was supposed to join the Lakers or the Clippers. He had those two franchises in mind, right? The same thing he did to them, well, the Lakers, he's doing to the Clippers, okay? He held the Lakers up to a point that they couldn't get certain players, certain role players, because they was waiting on Kawhi Leonard's decision. So he held two franchises up. So the same thing he did to the Lakers, keep this in mind, just think about it. He's doing it to the Clippers. The Clippers are missing out on role players, missing out on chances to add certain players to their team that can help them out, because they're waiting on the decision of Kawhi Leonard. They don't know what Kawhi Leonard is going to do. They don't know if he's going to re-sign with the Clippers.
You blew it.
And if he's going to re-sign with us, we got to make sure we're going to pay him a certain amount, because we don't know if we could sign the other players, because we don't know if we could put them on our roster depending on how much money we got to give Kawhi Leonard, right? So I don't know if he does this on purpose, but these late decisions that he makes, that he holds franchises up, he actually hurts the team. So if he re-signs with the Clippers, they won't have much players to get. They can't improve on a roster. Now you may say, oh, they don't need improvement on a roster. All they need is health. That is true, but rosters change constantly. And right now, the Western Conference is getting a whole makeover. You know, a lot of players are going from team to team, and it could be one player that turns a whole franchise around to a point that he could be the missing piece, you know, and the Clippers are missing out on these opportunities because they can't sign nobody, because they're waiting on what Kawhi Leonard is going to do. So I think that's hurting the Clippers franchise. So question should be, or statement is, why are you doing this, Kawhi? Why are you, if you're really going to re-sign back with the Clippers, you should just at least tell them. I know he hasn't said nothing. You know, according to some reports, it said that he plans to re-sign with the Clippers. So if you plan to re-sign with the Clippers, why are you not saying, hey, let's work out a deal, and I'm gonna exercise my player option, but let's work out a price so I could re-sign with your team. He didn't do that, okay? He just said, I'm going to explore free agency, and I'm going to listen to other team offers. When you say you're going to listen to other team offers, that means you're entertaining the idea of leaving. This is why, you know, I'm getting my hopes up for him joining the Knicks, because you made it that way to a point that I think that you could possibly leave, you know? But if you really committed to the Clippers franchise, and they got Paul George there because of you, Kawhi, they got all those guys there to accommodate you. You were the main guy that they wanted to please, the main guy they wanted to build their franchise around. So why hold up the Clippers franchise, a franchise that you claim that you want to play for? It's your hometown, California. So do what you're supposed to do, dog. Re-sign with the Clippers, negotiate that contract. Stop talking to other teams if you really about that life and you want to stay a Clipper. Makes simple sense. So until then, I'm going to keep saying, hey, he has chances of leaving, because you wouldn't entertain or even think about going to the other side if you wanted to be a Clipper. That's my opinion on that. Prince Sports out. Peace.